It might feel like you're doing something wrong. And this is the trap that so many real estate agents fall into, especially those newer agents that are in those first, 3 to 4 years of business, where they feel like they're doing something wrong and they're not getting clients because their skill set is not sharpened enough. And I'm just here to tell you that's not the case. And the fix for you is actually really simple. It's going to be hard work, but you can absolutely turn your real estate business around and start getting clients, and getting clients that are just so obsessed with working with you. They're so excited to work with you. They know that you're the best agent for them. And it's going to be an amazing transition that's going to happen, where you are going to be so excited for your real estate business once you figure this one thing out. Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Braden, McKee, and I teach real estate agents marketing strategies so that they can increase their visibility both online and in their local market, so they can get found and get hired by their dream real estate clients. So if you have not been around before, I've been in the real estate industry for 8 years. Content marketing is a passion of mine, and it is why I launched my membership, the Breakout Agent membership, where I provide templates and teach content marketing strategies. But more so, I really want to help you to know that you're not alone in the real estate industry, and help you so that you come out either from watching this video, being in the membership, being a part of my free communities, and you come out a stronger, more confident agent that trusts that this business is the right business for them. So go ahead and hit subscribe if you want to learn more. And we're going to get into why you're not getting real estate clients. So here's the thing that I know about you, is that I know when you do get hired as an agent, you do a really great job for your clients. I know that you work really hard. You are hitting the pavement looking for properties. You're really going all out when it comes to marketing and getting exposure for your listings. And I know that you care deeply about your clients, that they're being taken care of, that they are being respected, that they're being treated fairly, and that you want to make sure that they have the best experience when buying or selling a home. Not just in terms of saving money, saving time, but also that they're just treated honestly and fairly, and that they don't have some sleazy car salesman type agent representing them. I know that about you, and the thing is that this is how I know that your career is going to transition and going to pivot, is because I know this about you, and that means that you have everything that you need at your fingertips to make this career work. We just need to shift some things along the way and refine until these skills start sharpening and you do start bringing in those clients to you. This video for you if you feel like you're the best kept secret in real estate. You know that you do an amazing job and you're a great agent, but you're not booking the number of clients where that is translating to your income. So we don't want you to be the best kept secret in real estate. We don't want that at all, because that means that you're not meeting your income goals. And listen, the world is expensive. Life is expensive. You need to be compensated fairly. And so if your skill set is not aligning with your income, here's where I know that we have some refining to do, because we don't want you to be the best kept secret in real estate. And we want to get away from that. If you are second guessing if this career choice is right for you, if you are thinking, gosh, I know I do a good job, but like maybe I'm just not cut out for real estate. Maybe real estate is not for me. Maybe it might not be working because it's just not right for me. If you're thinking that, I promise you that is not the case. And I promise you that the fact that you're even wondering and caring about that actually means that you care so deeply, and the passion and the service and that heart-centered work is there. And we just need to translate that externally so that your clients start coming to you, right? If you worry about being able to properly balance your life, you're a mom, you're a parent, you're wondering if you're actually able to balance this career the right way, and if you are spending all of this time and it's going into your real estate business and you're having to make sacrifices family-wise, and you're thinking the payoff is not worth it. none of that time is worth it if I'm missing this time with my family, right? If any of this sounds like you, I just want you to know that you're in the right spot. And I want you to know that you don't have to do this alone, and you don't have to be wondering these things and approaching this journey by yourself, okay? Here's the good news for you. The fact that you care this deeply, to me, is enough to say, you've got this. We just need to work on some things. We need to refine your messaging. We need to maybe refine some of your processes. But the fact that you care means that you have the skill set and you have the capacity to learn what you need to learn to be able to make real estate work for you and to get the number of clients that you want to be able to create that dream life. Because, a lot of people don't just get into real estate to be like, oh, let me just sell one house, right? Like, you want to create a better future for your family. You want to be able to go take your kids on summer vacation and it not be a problem. You're not worried about where you're going to stay, if you're going to be able to eat out, at the restaurants, if you're going to be able to go, get souvenirs and also go to the amusement park. Like, you don't want to be worrying about income, right? You don't want to be worrying if your kid needs certain medical care, or maybe they need certain services, or you need to get them into a certain school where it's safe and you trust the school and those teachers and that school system to be the right fit for your kids, to take care of them and to educate them the way that you want them to be educated so they have the right opportunities. But you don't want to say, I don't have the money to pay for that. I don't have the money. Like, nobody ever wants to be able to say, I don't have the money. You want to be able to say, yes, okay, yes, I have the income, or I can make the income happen. This is the school, let's do it, right? So I know the fact that you care about all of this and the dreams that you have means that this is possible for you. This career, this goal, this life that you're creating and you're building, it absolutely is for you. So right now, if you're not getting clients, here's the number one reason why. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. And it's just that you're not known enough. People don't know you as a real estate agent, or not enough people know you as a real estate agent, okay? That's all that it comes down to. If you've been in this industry or you've come across an agent where you've been working on the side of the deal and they're not a great agent, and you're thinking like, what the heck? This agent is terrible. They don't care. They're not representing their client well at all. And they don't even seem to care about what their client thinks or what's important to their client. Like, I would never do that to my client. Yeah, first of all, I know I've been there multiple times where I'm like looking at some of the top producers that I've come across and I'm like, how are you getting all this business when you don't even care about your clients? It's because they're the most known agent, okay? People have to know you in order to hire you, right? They have to know you. And it's not just that they have to like see your stuff once, like people have to spend time with you before they're going to hire you, right? They need to know you as the go-to agent. They need to know you as the trusted real estate agent. They need to know you as the person who's going to get the job done. And right now, if you're not getting enough clients, if you're getting a client here or there, people don't know you as that agent. They just don't. That's just the truth about it. So how do you fix that? Okay? How do you go from being like, some people know me as an agent to some people don't? Well, I'm going to tell you the number one thing that you can do is to create content for your business. At this point, creating content for your real estate business is an obligation to be able to serve your local community when it comes to buying and selling residential real estate. If you're working in a different sector of the real estate industry, I'm talking commercial, industrial, the investment side, I still think that applies. It is your obligation as a real estate agent in 2024, 2025, 2026 to create content for your real estate business so that you can become known, so that people can hire you and you can serve them really well. You can care about them, you can listen to them, you can go to bat for them when it matters, so that they don't end up going to hire a real estate agent that doesn't really care about them and they're just a number to them. Don't you think that it matters if people hire you versus if people hire the agent who is not a good, like, they don't care about them. Like, wouldn't you agree that it is your job to make sure that that doesn't happen, that they don't hire the agent that doesn't care about them? Because we all know there are agents that just, they don't really care about their clients, or they don't have the capacity to care about their clients in the way that you do. So I would say that if you're not getting hired, either one, you're not making content, two, you're not making enough content, or three, we need to refine your content and what is within the content. Because you know what? All content works. All content. And I'm going to tell you that content is just taking what is happening in your conversations with your clients and leads, and you're just repackaging it in a format, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, X, YouTube, whatever I missed, and you're putting it out there so that people can come to you and you can have those one-on-one conversations so they can hire you. So that's all that content is. And if you're not getting hired, right, it's just that we need to refine some things, okay? Maybe we need to get you more comfortable being on video. Maybe we need to put some more content out there so you have the reps. Ooh, let's pull my hair. You have the reps out there, right? Maybe we need to refine what it is that you're putting out there. Are you putting out credit repair tips and, hey, fix this before you list your house, fix that? And the people who are thinking about buying or selling are like, gosh, sounds like a lot of work. It's not that motivating. I'm not sure if I want to reach out to that person or not because they're making this process sound really terrible right now. Yeah, that you could be doing that. That could be a mistake that's going on. And here's the good news is that you can fix that. You have everything within you to fix it, right? So if you're not getting clients right now, it's the end of 2024 as I'm making this video. If you're not getting clients right now and you're like, 2025 is the year that my real estate business is going to change. Do you know when that starts? It starts right now. It starts right now with what you start doing, because we know that what you're doing right now in real estate, you're going to start seeing the effects of that in 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. So if you want to change your real estate business in 2025, this is the time to start changing it. So I want you to think about your real estate business different right now. If you don't have the number of clients that you're happy with, where you're not seeing the income come from it, that means that you are not fulfilling your obligation as a real estate agent to create the content that is going to bring in the clients. It's a big obligation, right? It's a big obligation to make sure that somebody doesn't go hire a real estate agent where they're just a number and they don't care about how much they sell their home for, and maybe they sell it for $20,000 less. Hello? Does $20,000 matter to a family of 4 right now? $20,000 could be a year or two of private school tuition for that family. $20,000 could be paying off their debt, and they're no longer burdened by the debt that is hanging over their heads, right? $20,000 could be an investment into something, stocks, a small rental property. There's a lot of things. You can do a lot with $20,000. The average American family could do a lot with $20,000. Does that matter if they make $20,000 extra because they hired you as a real estate agent? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So right now, your obligation is to go and make content. Because the thing is that in real estate, we're taught to go one-to-one, okay? We're taught to door knock. We're taught to do open houses, which is one-to-one, yet one-to-many. Well, that's a different video. We're taught to do cold calling, right? But the problem with that is that you are just hoping that somebody is on the other line, right? You're hoping that you can get a one-to-one conversation, but you have to knock on like 10 doors. You have to make 10 calls before you get one answer, right? The thing with content is that you can make a piece of content, and even if you don't know that 35 people have watched it, 35 people have watched it. Most of the time. Not always. But as you get better, you have one to many. So you can scale up those conversations, right? And then as a result, those people start inquiring, they start asking questions. Now you have the opportunity for one-to-one conversation, which is where the conversions usually happen. Most real estate agents say, I'm really good one-to-one. If I can just get in a room with somebody, or I can get on a phone with somebody, or just, talk over coffee, or sometimes over wine, or over happy hour. I don't struggle at that point, right? That's the case for so many real estate agents. So now we're just trying to get that to happen, and that's what content is going to do. So it is your obligation to start making content for your real estate business so that you can bring in the clients that you need to bring in. And that starts today. So that is my goal for you, is to go start creating content. And I want you to watch and see what happens. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, well, Braden, where do I even start with content? I'm not really doing that well with it right now, or maybe I'm not posting anything. So I'm going to recommend that the very first place that you start would either be Instagram, or if you're not on Instagram, on Facebook. But the thing that I like about Instagram is that if you have a Facebook profile and you have local people that you're connected to on Facebook, is that you can have your settings so that your Instagram content is going over to Facebook, especially stories. I actually find that I get 50% of my engagement on Instagram with stories and 50% of my engagement on Facebook with stories. So depending on the content, and some of the people are following me on both platforms, like we're connected on both, but I see a difference in the user base. So I like Instagram for that fact that it translates over with the right settings over to Facebook. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics right now of like what to post, but what I will say is that I want you to think about a client that you've really recently worked with, or maybe a lead if you haven't had any clients yet. And I want you to think about like what their end goal is. Like, what was their ultimate goal? Was it, they were wanting to buy a home for the first time, and like, they were trying to figure out that process. Maybe they were selling their home. Maybe they're relocating to your area, right? And I want you to think about those conversations. And I want you to think about the different points in those conversations. Like, what are their fears? What were their worries, their concerns? What were maybe some roadblocks that were in the way? But also I want you to think about like, what are their ultimate goals? And what is the benefit they're going to get out of those, right? And I want you to think about those conversations. And I want you to create a piece of content, whether it would be in stories or on your feed, about one of those points. That's all that it is. And I want you to essentially take inspiration. Now, you're not saying like, you don't have to be like, hey, I talked to Mary Sue from Denver. She is relocating to Phoenix, and she was really worried that, she's not going to like it here once we get to next summer. You don't have to say that, but you can talk about, hey, I had a conversation with a client recently, and they were a little bit concerned about our weather. And I want to talk, I want to share a little bit more about if you're thinking about moving here from out of state, like some things that you might not know. Like, hey, did you know that we have mountains and skiing and snowboarding just 2 hours north of the Phoenix metro area? And there's some really cool things that you can do. We have some really great places around Phoenix that are not so hot and dry all the time, that are great day trips or weekend trips. So if you're looking for that change in scenery, we definitely still have it here, right? So just think about those conversations and create content. Conversations are the best place to get content. They really are. Conversations that you're having with leads and clients is the best place. And I want you to remember that it is your obligation to start creating content so that people know you and they know of you as the trusted go-to agent in your community, so that they can hire you, so that they have a great experience and that they are well taken care of when they're buying and selling real estate in your local area. This is how you're going to start getting more clients. This is how you're going to make more of an impact in your local community, because who your clients hire matters, but your clients can't hire you if they don't know you. And so it's your job to make yourself known. And that's what you're going to start doing. In the comments, I want you to let me know what questions you have. And listen, if you are a new agent, there are some things that I really wish that I knew from day one, or just, in those first couple of months especially, that I just felt like I was really doing things by myself, figuring things out on my own, which is fine, but I don't want you to spend all of this wasted time, making mistake after mistake. I want you to avoid some of the mistakes and save some of the time that I personally spent the first couple of years in this industry. So I want you to go watch this video about the 10 things that I wish I knew as a real estate agent. I think this is going to really help you. And again, I just want to save you time and energy avoiding the mistakes and the things that I spent time doing that just weren't necessary. And make sure that you're set up for success from the first couple of days, weeks, and months inside of your real estate business. So go ahead and watch that, and I will see you on the next video.